Tom Costello joins us now with the latest on the threats being prepared for and the investigation into the attack on the Capitol. Hey, Tom, good morning.
Yeah, Hoda, good morning to you. So this is a very typical scene in downtown D.C. Streets are blocked off. Behind me, you see we have both Capitol Police as well as Secret Service Uniform Division. They blocked the street off. You can see National Guard trucks are there blocking the street as well. And then right down the street, you see the Capitol building. It's lined with 9-foot-high fencing. Now, in and around the Capitol right now, we've got thousands of National Guard troops. Even more are on the way. And in the meantime, the FBI is working through those 100,000 digital leads into who was behind the attack last week, and it is tracking down hundreds of insurrectionists. Inside and outside the U.S. Capitol and on the streets of Washington, more than 6,000 armed members of the National Guard are now on duty.
Our democracy, our Constitution are safe because of your patriotism.
Striking images of hundreds of troops gathered inside the halls of Congress, with as many as 20,000 expected in the coming days for President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration, double the number from President Obama's, all of them joining thousands of federal and local law enforcement officers.
We're not asking people to come to D.C. for this. There's a major security threat, and we are working to mitigate those threats.
Members of Congress who've been briefed about the ongoing threats fear last week's attempted insurrection may just have been the start of a dangerous movement.
What we saw last Wednesday was really the birth of a wide-scale domestic terror movement. This is going to be a problem that's going to be with us for months and years ahead.
Federal authorities are working around the clock to interrupt threats and prepare for the possibility of more violence.
We will have no tolerance whatsoever for any attempts to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power.
Inside the Capitol, some lawmakers are raising concern that some of the attackers may have had inside help during last week's insurrection. Counterterrorism experts say there are clear signs the attack was coordinated.
In a spontaneous rally, you don't bring pipe bombs and flex cuffs, weapons, Molotov cocktails. That's not spontaneous. That's pre-planned.
More than 30 lawmakers are now calling for an investigation into the extremely high number of outside groups visiting the Capitol the day before, possibly doing recon for the next day, and noting some of the attackers seem to have unusually detailed knowledge of the layout of the Capitol complex. James Clyburn, the highest-ranking black member of Congress, says looters raided his unmarked office. Clyburn, who's leading the Biden inauguration committee, has suggested next week's already scaled-down ceremony should be moved indoors.
I, for one, would much rather see it done inside for security purposes, in the rotunda or in the hall of the House.
Back live here in Washington, where this is a common scene all over the streets of Washington, boarding up in anticipation or concerned about the potential for more violence. In the meantime, guys, I need to tell you that there have been 2 more arrests of note. 2 off-duty Virginia police officers arrested for participating in the attack on the Capitol. And the app Zello says that somebody, or they believe rioters and attackers, were using their app, their walkie-talkie app, during the attack, and so they have now disconnected 2,000 walkie-talkie channels that they say militants and militias were using.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.